I'm delighted to welcome back to Mosh Talks Corey from Trivium. Corey, last time we caught up, you were hot and sweaty, fresh off stage from A Light in the Distant Mirror. What were the feelings like in the days after that event? Because holy fuck, that couldn't have gone better.
It was really cool. I guess it took a couple days to kind of like realize or get all the numbers in to see, how big of an event, it actually became and how it was. But we were really stoked, at that point in, I guess with everything going on, there really hadn't been a whole lot of like paid ticketing events for concerts yet. So it was kind of like a, experiment to kind of see how the fan, reaction would be towards something like that, and just kind of get our feet wet. And it went really well. And now there's a lot more bands, doing the same kind of thing and expanding upon it, doing their own kind of version of it. So it's cool to see that whole, that event kind of idea kind of taking off, and especially over the last couple of months, just the amount of new companies that are developing, kind of software and a platform to kind of integrate live shows with merchandise and all that stuff to make it like a really simple thing for fans to be able to join in and participate in and have a, really good experience, with, seeing a show, or also like incorporating chats and everything like that. So, it was a good learning experience that, a lot of cool stuff that we can apply and information we can use to, make our next, big paid event, something even better, improve upon it.
I will pick you back up on that a little bit later on. But like, what's interesting that I hadn't considered is it must feel pretty fucking badass to have put yourself out there and to have done it, and for it to have been the success that it was, the live stream, both the show, people getting their value for money, and the amount of people that did it. But it feels like it's opened a door for other bands as well, which has got to feel amazing. Like, at a time where everyone is like, okay, what can we do when there's no touring? It's got to feel pretty good to have put an example out there that bands can go out there and follow, and the influence on that level has got to be pretty sick.
Yeah. With when everything kind of like shut down, and performers and entertainers and bands looking for a way to connect with the fans and perform and kind of keep some normality of like what they do. Bands were doing, or people were doing all the Zoom stuff, and that was cool for like a kind of like a stopgap to keep things going. But for us, we wanted, if we were going to do something, we wanted to do something that had a really good production value and something that fans would really like take away from the experience, like really happy that they participated or bought the ticket. And just the amount of people that are really looking forward to us re-releasing the show in the future to be able to rewatch it again is really cool. That everyone really enjoyed the whole experience, and just luckily it worked out that we were supposed to go on tour, so all the production and the show that we put on was what we've been working on to bring on tour. But obviously that didn't happen. But we had everything kind of in the works, that it kind of worked out that we're able to kind of put everything into the live stream, which was really fun. So it kind of worked out that it wasn't just like trying to build the whole thing from scratch, like as we went. It was kind of already in the works. So that worked out for us, and also gives people a glimpse into when Trivium finally gets to go back on tour in the future. That kind of is like a glimpse into kind of like what you can expect from the real live experience, which is pretty cool. And as we're talking now, we've been working on live stream stuff that we can do for however long we have to do it, until we can get on stage again.
Are we going to get the opportunity? You mentioned it there. Are we going to get the opportunity to own a Light or a Distant Mirror at some point?
Yeah. We that's the kind of the plan. We want to do like some kind of like digital release that people can purchase and download, and also possibly doing a kind of possibly like a limited edition like vinyl release of it.
Fuck yes!
So yes. There's talks of that, and also we have all the, we own and have all the video footage and the audio of the whole thing, so we can go and like recut, re-edit everything, kind of like make like our own proper, like, I guess not really release a DVD, but we can like edit all the footage to like, if we were gonna make a DVD, and then also having Josh Wilbur, who mixes all our records, to kind of go back in and remix all the audio, so we have like a really, really dialed in, fine-tuned product that hopefully, eventually, maybe at the beginning of the year, we'll have some kind of vinyl pressing that fans can pre-order or something like that. So there's definitely something we've been talking about. We just have to kind of get on the same page with the label to kind of iron out all the details of when and how we're going to release it. But that's also another cool thing about the whole event was, it was really special for the weekend with people watching it live at home, and and then if they can own a physical copy of it, then it'll just be like a reminder of something cool that happened in 2020 instead of all crappy stuff. So
yeah, your one highlight, here it is.
Yeah.
So this is, I join you as you're in rehearsals for The Deepest Cuts, which is a set list that's going out live on Matt's Twitch this Saturday. How much fun was it to put this set list together? Because I live for this shit. Like, with my favourite bands, like, I love going to the shows and I love seeing the songs that I love. But the bit that I always take away with me is always if a band goes off road and picks a set list choice that you didn't see coming, and you're like, holy shit, that's the moment. And this is a set list rammed with them. How fun was it to put this list together?
We've always, try to mix in some old stuff or stuff that people aren't expecting. But when you have a lot of songs that are kind of like fan favorites or really popular songs, like big singles and stuff, it's kind of like you can't really cut them from the set.
Yeah.
But in this, instance with like live streaming and stuff, it's like a whole different ball game. So, just thinking of ideas for doing stuff on live stream, different events. We've been trying to think of like making each time we do something kind of have like a theme or some kind of thing that just makes the event kind of unique to itself. And we've always had fans be like, "Hey, you ever play this song, or you ever get around to you're going to add this song?" And it's like, man, there's 9 records, there's a lot of songs, and sometimes you don't get to all of them. And there's definitely been a lot of songs that we've been wanting to play. So we just kind of taken this downtime where we're just like, well, we got nothing really else to do. Let's just kind of go in the back catalog and I'll relearn a bunch of songs and get them down. And then it just kind of snowballed into this event where we all kind of were group texting. I think we all picked like 3 or 4 songs that we wanted to do, and then we all learned them, and we've just been practicing. It's been a lot of fun, playing songs that, at least for the 3 of us, there's some songs we haven't played since we recorded the songs on record, or we haven't played the song in like 10 or plus years. So it's really fun to, go back and play all these songs instead of, obviously rehearsing songs that we play like every show isn't as fun.
Yeah.
But being able to go back and play stuff from like Shogun that we've never played live or haven't played since that record is a lot of fun to just kind of go back and relearn it and just be able to jam it. So it's going to be fun to actually play it, even though there's no one in person, but at least, people on the stream will be, I think a lot of people will be excited to hear these songs, especially a lot of these songs we never, minus a couple of them, none of these songs we played with Alex before. So they sound really, really killer. And hopefully at some point when we can, play real concerts and tour again, some of these songs will sneak its way into the proper live show.
The thing is, like, I love the cult of Shogun, right? I'm firmly in the cult of Shogun. My favorite Trivium record is a knife fight between What the Dead Men Say and Shogun, like, straight up. So I love that you're going deep into that record. I was also fascinated with Detonation was the first song that you started playing live from the Crusade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly. Like, that's got to be fun as well, like revisiting this stuff, because it feels like there has been a real revival of people going back into Trivium's back catalogue and falling in love with records that at the time were maligned in some form.
It's actually kind of funny because when we did Lighter a Distant Mirror, like after we finished the show, and obviously like what the Deadmen Say was a big part of that because it was like kind of like our one and only show to promote the record. And then The Sin and the Sentence was also a record that was really well received. So a lot of the stuff from those records are really popular and people want to hear those. So after we finished the show and stuff, there was some people who were just like, how can we guys always ignore the Crusade, or how come you didn't play more songs from this record or whatever? So this is kind of like, it's like, hey, we have a lot of stuff to play, a lot of songs in our catalog. We can't fit them all into one show. So, you know, the fact that we don't have to play all the, you know, Until the World Goes Cold or Pull Harder, like all the kind of staples of the set that you kind of expect to hear, there's all this extra space to just play all this stuff that maybe not would have snuck its way into the set unless we had to cut another kind of like deep cut type of song that's in there. So it's really fun to play some of these songs. You know, we always, you know, really enjoyed playing the songs originally back in the day. It's just like, you know, over the years, like some songs just kind of don't make their way back in the set as fast as some of the other ones. So going back and playing them and stuff, it's a lot of fun to kind of, you know, just be able to play them again, and you kind of like, you know, fall in love with the song over again because you haven't really played it to death, you know, years and years of touring. It's kind of like an old song, but it feels really fresh. And you know, it's been a lot of fun because, you know, we're already, you know, tossing around ideas for like new stuff, and it's kind of fun to go back and play some of the songs that we haven't played. And it kind of like, I guess kind of is like a extra little influence, I guess, inspiration for writing new stuff, kind of like being inspired by some old stuff that you haven't really played or listened to in a long time. So it's been we've been having a lot of fun with the whole experience, and it's kind of a, you know, with people seeing the set list and stuff, and then there's all these requests for all these other songs that we don't normally play. So there's probably going to be like a deep cut set part 2 that has like a whole bunch of other stuff that we didn't get around this time. So you know, there's definitely going to be a lot more of these events. There's possibly some special like cover sets doing some stuff.
Fuck yes!
So we definitely now that within the next couple months, the whole band's going to be in Orlando, so we'll be all close by to be able to do a lot more special events and kind of stuff like that. Even stuff like this where we can just get together and do something fun and make it free, just kind of like it's something to give back to the fans. Not every event has to be like some kind of ticketed big deal paid event. So we're going to be doing like, you know, some of these free stuff, and then some other stuff we have plans for next year for like some big event stuff. So it's definitely, you know, Trivium's going to be, I guess, staying busy with the live streaming stuff, and hopefully, you know, even with fans giving us, you know, feedback on stuff on the internet, you know, we can kind of use some of that of kind of stuff that fans want to see and incorporate that into like some kind of future, you know, streaming event and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot of cool stuff, and it's definitely, well, helps with keeping us busy being stuck at home.
No shortage of ideas. I love it. Like, what fascinates me in like, firstly, I think it's fucking awesome that you give back to your fan for free as well. Like, $9 felt like a steal the last time out, but free is free. And what I like about this is it feels like even the picture that goes alongside it of your rehearsal room, it feels like A Light or a Distant Mirror was your arena spectacle, and this is seeing the paint on the walls and really getting in the room with the band. Is that the vibe, to just make it rough and ready and loose and like you're in the rehearsal room with the band? Yeah,
we kind of build the whole thing as like, you ever wanted to be a fly on the wall in a Trivium rehearsal, and you know, that room is where we rehearse, write all the songs from the last, like, you know, 3 albums have all been written in that room. So that's kind of like where all the, you know, all the hard work and, you know, magic happens, is just us in that, you know, tiny, not really tiny, but, you know, in that, you know, little rehearsal space is, you know, our little sanctuary of music. So, you know, just having people to be able to like, you know, just watch it, you know, enjoy it, just kind of seeing us, like, this is what we do every day when we get together, just, you know, jamming in a room. And, you know, it's going to sound really good. We flew in our sound guy today. So he's going to be doing the audio and stuff. So it's going to be a basic setup compared to the last one, but we want to make sure it looks and sounds good in the setting that we're in. And, you know, hopefully people just, you join us and have a great time. We got there'll be some limited edition special merch that we will be have going up for sale. So you can watch the show for free, but if you want to support and support the band, you can. I think there's like a donation jar, and also you can just buy some new merch and get yourself a cool shirt and watch some deep cuts. So it should be a good time, and also it's going to be a little bit different than a lot of other, I guess, live stream stuff. Is we're all going to have either an iPad or our iPhone open with the Twitch stream. So in between songs, we're going to be like chatting and answering questions.
Amazing.
So it's going to be like a kind of a loose, like kind of rehearsal jam with the band, but also like it's very loose where we're going to be, in the chat, also like in between songs, answering any questions or talking to people while we're doing it. So it's going to be a very interactive kind of jam session. So it'll be a little bit different, kind of like our second experiment with what we can do with the whole live streaming thing. So it should be pretty cool.
Last question, because people will lynch me if I don't ask. You said 2 words that will have got everyone's attention, and those 2 words were new stuff. You've been in a rehearsal room. Have you been putting any ideas out there, even as we are still in the throes of what the dead men say?
Yeah, I guess. We talk about new stuff all the time. And we're all writing on, we always write like in our downtime by ourselves. So we always have riffs or ideas and stuff like that. And, we might mess around with something when we're warming up or something like that. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just, we're definitely, with the downtime, we're definitely using it to be productive. I'll say that. I won't dive too much into information, but there's definitely we're not just sitting around. So there's definitely ideas kicking around. So, hopefully with, who knows when touring's going to come back, we might do something with new music instead. So we'll wait and see, but we're looking forward to getting on tour. And this weekend will be, I guess, our second thing of filling that space with some kind of performance.
Corey, I've got to say, in this interview, unprompted, 3 times you have mentioned wanting to be back on the road. I have not seen this killer musician not being on the road more than it has been talking to you, my friend. I hope the world opens up and you can be back on a stage soon. In the meantime, twitch.tv, go to Matt Heafy's page on Saturday and you'll be there. Deep cuts. See you there.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, man.
Don't forget to like and share this video and join me on Twitch every Tuesday, Friday and Saturday for guest hangouts, new music votes, tier lists, band-specific competitions, weekly merch roundups and much, much more. That's twitch.tv/Mosh Talks. Find the link in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and I'll see you on KNOTFEST.com for all of the latest news, features and much more from the worlds of rock, metal and beyond.